Hi, welcome to Provoke Your Physics channel. Today we are going to discuss something numerical based on the 11th standard and which is very important to the IIT JEE based questions. Like it is related to the relative velocity. Okay, for example, actually the relative velocity is taken as VR will be equal to difference of VA minus VB அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, like suppose when two velocities are there, two objects are moving with different directions, or velocity will be the difference between the two velocities. It is like when a person is moving in one, let us take two velocities VA and VB. If both are moving on the same direction, the relative velocity will be in same direction. The relative velocity will be equal to, of course, VA minus VB. See, both are moving on the same direction, so simply I can just write VA vector minus VB vector. Suppose when both are in the opposite direction, once again I can take the same. VR will be equal to VA vector minus of minus VB vector. The difference. So of course what happened? It will be VA vector plus VB vector. So from this what we come to know, when both objects are moving on the same direction, the relative velocity of one with respect to another will be the difference between the two velocities. Similarly, if both are moving on the opposite direction, the relative velocity will be the sum of the two velocities. That's why when we are sitting on a vehicle, when we are moving on the road, okay, we can see some vehicles when it is getting overtake our vehicle, it seems to be moving slowly in the forward direction. But at the same time, when some vehicle will be coming in the opposite direction, it seems to be moving very faster than us. Right? Suppose if the two will be moving perpendicular or with respect to some angle, what may happen? Okay, let us discuss today. For our convenience, okay, a very famous example is the rain and the walking of the man. See, let us take the rain is falling vertically downwards with a speed of 3 meters per second. There is a man, okay, who is walking from north to south, okay, north to south with a speed of 4 meters per second. 4 meters per second. In which direction he has to hold the umbrella? That is the question. Let us take, see, this will be the direction of the rain. Okay. Now let us take, this is north direction. So the man will be moving from north to south, north to south. So he has come in this direction. He has come in this direction. Remember, the rain is coming in this direction. He has moved in this direction. Of course, in which direction he has to hold the umbrella? Just think. Okay, he has to hold the umbrella in this direction only. Yeah. So let me take, this will be the velocity of the man. Remember, here we are going to find the relative velocity. That is the velocity of the man with respect to the rain. Okay, for that, see, I already told you the relative velocity is nothing but the difference. Okay, so the relative velocity of the rain with respect to man will be equal to, okay, VR minus VM. See, here it is a positive VM. For the negative VM, it should be here. So definitely the resultant will be in this direction. So he has to hold the umbrella in this direction. Then only he can protect himself from the rain. So at what angle I can measure? See, P can be measured with the help of tan theta. So tan theta will be equal to velocity of the man divided by velocity of r. How? See, with respect to the rain, we are measuring the angle. So let us take, this will be the theta, okay, and this will be the adjacent side, and this will be the opposite side. The opposite side, which will be parallel to the direction of the velocity of the man in the opposite direction. So this will be the vertical component. Okay. So the tan theta, we will know that it is a vertical component to the horizontal component. So velocity of man divided by velocity of rain. When I am substituting, tan theta will be equal to 4 divided by 3. It has the value 1.33, etc. Okay. So if I want to know the value, theta will be equal to tan inverse of 1.33, which will be equal to 53 degree 0.47 minutes. Okay. By the way, I can measure in which angle he has to hold the umbrella. Okay. So this will be the angle. Okay. By that angle, he has to hold the umbrella. This is one type of questions. The question related to this is, a man can swim a river, okay, for the length of 1 kilometer. He can swim in a silent water with some speed. But if he wants to cross the river, when the river will be moving in this direction, okay, he was there in the one side of the bank. The total length will be, let us take any one x meter. Okay. Remember, he can swim in a still water with some speed. Okay. Like V still nochukuvom. When the velocity of the river will be VR. The river is moving in this direction. Suppose if he wants to move from the point, let us take A, okay, to B. He just wants to reach there. If it is so, in which direction he has to swim? That is a question. This can be measured with the help of the relative velocity. See, once again I am going to use the vector addition. Now we need to know the value of the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river. Okay. So this will be equal to Vs minus Vr. Okay, look at in our diagram. This is velocity of the swimmer. This is velocity of the river. Remember, it is positive. But what I need, okay, I need minus Vr. Okay, so let us put the vector symbol. For the minus Vr, what I should do? From this point, okay, I am just taking the opposite direction. So this will be minus Vr. Okay, so VSR will be equal to, okay, I have to draw the line here. So this will be the angle. So what should be the velocity of the person with respect to the river? Okay, according to the vector addition, it will be square root of Vs squared plus Vr squared. And what should be the angle? The angle can be measured. Okay, this will be the theta, and this will be the adjacent side, and this will be the opposite side. Okay, so the angle tan theta will be equal to velocity of the river divided by velocity of the man. By this method, we can measure at what angle he has to swim. Okay, so he has to swim opposite to the direction of the river, then only he can reach there, because this is my resultant speed. That is V of the swimmer with respect to the river. We can have these kind of questions which is related to IIT and JEE based questions. Okay, subscribe my channel, like, share. Thank you.